Greetings, One Players. I hope February is treating you well, and of course that you're in the process of confirming and firming up your Valentine's Day is just around the corner. It's another chance to check in with February's legend. In the Legends Club show, we've already got to know this month's legend last week. I'm not giving you any spoilers. It is, of course, the former Everton and Liverpool man, Don Hutchinson. Last week, we got him to look into his crystal balls to see what would be happening in February's big games. And now, of course, in the second week of the month, we throw the floor and the doors open to you, the Legends Club members. Remember, just for $15 a month, you can be a member of the Legends Club. So many benefits, including a chance to feature on the Legends Club show for $15 a year. The benefits are absolutely endless. When the borders are open up, we'll be having special Legends Club trips to the UK to watch a Premier League game with a legend of your choice. And of course, the Legends, as we heard from Don last week, are desperate to get back to Asia. There'll be dedicated, small and intimate meet and greets with the Legends for all the Legends Club members. There's great discount on merchandise and a whole host of food and beverage discounts to be had. And once more, I'll mention our sponsors because we've got some great ones here. Of course, our good friends at Turkish Airlines, the official airline of the Legends Club. They'll be flying you to the UK and the Legends to Asia when the borders are open again. If you like your indoor driving range, Clubhouse is the place to be. And there are so many great night spots as well, as Don Hutchinson knows only too well. Le Noir's got a ladies' night on a Wednesday. We've got Magambo's in Boat Key, Sahara as well. The best Arabic cuisine you'll find at Sahara. Little League of Malaysia is the place to be if you're in Malaysia and want the best in youth football coaching. If you like fish and chips, Smith's is the place to be in Singapore. The Exchange Bar, Muddy's, Murphy's. And of course, not that we want this to happen, but if ever you get into any legal difficulties, as it has been known from time to time, Solitaire LLP are our lawyers of choice. So with all our sponsors given a mention, it's time to say a warm February hello to the wall of Zoom. All the Legends Club members are standing by. Don Hutchinson is right in the midst of it as well, quite literally. So let's throw the doors open to all our Legends Club members, where Graham, I think, is standing by. Where are you, Graham? You've got the floor open to you to ask Don Hutchinson a question. Away you go.
Thanks a lot. So I'm based in Singapore, but as you can tell, I've got a bit of a Scottish accent. So first thing to say, Don, is thanks from every Scotland fan for scoring that goal against England at Wembley. It's a pity you didn't get some more. But my question is around Rangers. I gather you're a bit of a blue nose. Mm-hmm. And just wondering if there was ever a chance that you could have played for Rangers. And also, what's your thoughts on how Steven Gerrard's doing?
When I was at Sunderland, leaving Sunderland in 2000, I was leaving Sunderland and I spoke to a few clubs and I narrowed my search down to two, and it was going to be Glasgow Rangers or West Ham for the second spell. And I spoke to Dick Advocaat, who was the manager at the time, and if you remember, 2000 Rangers were doing really well and consistently getting in the Champions League and had some real star signings, people like George Alberts and Amoruso playing for the club and many, many, many more. And it came down to the last sort of 5 minutes and I had the decision to make, and it was Rangers, Champions League football, got the chance to go to Scotland. My dad was a massive Rangers fan, or go and have unfinished business back at West Ham, because I was only at West Ham first time around for about 18 months. Harry brought me in and sold me very quickly to Sheffield United. And there was just something about the pull back to the Premier League that sort of brought me back. But I always say it now when I'm watching Rangers, and I've watched them now since I've been retired, and I was watching obviously all the games when I was playing. Now is the time retired. Man, I wish I had Glasgow Rangers on my CV, because I love the football club. Gigantic football club. It's huge and a wonderful stadium, great traditional history. And going on to Stevie G, I think he's done an incredible job. I mean, stopping Celtic getting 10 in a row is massive. See Celtic drew again last night, so that's another sort of game away from lifting the title. And I think he's done a great job, for a rookie manager. He had a lot of problems to try and deal with early on going into Rangers, trying to stop the form and the juggernaut that Celtic was, getting close to 9 in a row and doing it, and then stopping them get to 10. I think he's done a phenomenal job. So a real bright young manager that I think is a little bit of a throwback as well, Graham. I don't know if you agree. It doesn't take any prisoners. The modern day manager, they try to look after players and put an arm around players, and you mustn't say this and you mustn't say that. I think Stevie G just says it how it is. If you're not playing well, you're not in the side and you get criticised. And if you're playing well, it tells you. And I think that's the way to be a manager. So, a little bit gutted that I didn't play for Rangers, mate.
Too bad. I mean, as I say, obviously disappointed we didn't get to see you play for us. But I think I'd agree with you in terms of Stevie G. Initially, we were kind of a bit not sure what we were going to get. But to be honest, he's got a great team around him. He brought a couple of guys up from Liverpool, obviously Gary McAlister being one of them.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the whole team has done really well. And now you can see the fruits of those a couple of years where he had to kind of get the team playing his way, understanding the way that he wanted them to play. And I think, to be honest, if we can hold on to him for a few more years before he heads back to Liverpool, then I think we can win a few trophies in that time.
Yeah, I think the future's safe in Stevie G's hands, mate, if he stays there, which I hope he does for a number of years and earn his stripes and put some championships on the board and lift some titles. I think he'll go down as a Rangers legend, one of many.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in Singapore when the chance occurs.
Oh, I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait.
Thanks, Ian, for setting this up for us.
Yeah, Ian Houdan, of course, the man, the brains behind the World Football Legends. Graham, many thanks indeed. Stay safe in Singapore. A great work from Don there as well. Now, Ravi Chandran, a regular on the show. He's usually got something special in store for us, whether it's a great backdrop or a snazzy soccer shirt. Ravi Chandran, how does February find you, buddy? And what are you wearing today? I'm fascinated to find out. Ravi, you there?
Yes, I'm here, Patrick. I'm just wearing a normal T-shirt. My background
Oh, look at that.
is when I took this picture with Don when he was here in 2019.
I mean, it's a brilliant picture, but what I would say is I've got the same T-shirt on.
Hi, Don. I hope you are well.
I'm good, Ravi. How are you, mate? I mean, seems like yesterday, doesn't it, that we were in that bar together?
Yeah, seems like yesterday. And, well, time flies by very fast. Hope to see you here again soon.
Yeah, ditto, mate. Honestly, you watch football now with no fans inside the stadium, and you. I wouldn't say we're getting used to it, but it's the pitches like that when you socialise and you meet fans away from the stadium, and you have a drink and you socialise and you talk football, and we can talk about anything, but football's always a topic that keeps coming round, and we really miss you guys. We really miss you, the fans.
I'm sure the fans here in Singapore feel the same way as well, Don. Okay, my first question to you, Don. All right. Your long career, you have played for 10 clubs, a lot of, I would say, some influential managers, some great players. Was there a specific person, whether player, ex-player, coach or manager, who was an influential factor for who you became as a soccer player?
Good question. I think they all had a little role to play. I mean, Kenny Dalglish, the king, he signed me, but then he left, I think, about 8 months after that sort of time. And then what I needed then was a strong manager, someone like Graham Souness. And I loved Graham Souness. I thought he was brilliant. He took over Liverpool at a difficult time when we had lots of players that were in their mid-30s who were close to retirement. Then he had lots of younger players who were just coming through. People like Jamie Redknapp, Rob Jones, Robbie Fowler, Steve McManaman, Steve Harkness. So there was loads of players that were trying to find their way in life, never mind trying to find a way of trying to get a title for Liverpool. So I love Graham Souness and I love Peter Reid, who I played under as well. And I think the common denominator is I like someone that's stern with me. If you take it back to being at school, what do you like? Do you like a sort of teacher that's quite soft and quite easygoing? Of course you like them, but the ones I think that get the best work out of you, I think are the ones that are demanding and put a little bit of stress. And I think that's when I used to work at my best. But then I had other guys. I had other guys like Glenn Roeder at West Ham, who was a real gentleman. Craig Brown was brilliant as a Scotland manager. So I think it takes all sorts, but I think the ones with the best man management and the skills to man manage a player, for me, I think are the best. Whether it's Craig Brown putting an arm around you, telling you the best player in the world, whether it's Glenn Roeder doing the same, or whether it's Graham Souness and Peter Reid, literally putting a rocket up your backside. So I think we're all different characters and we respond differently.
Thank you, Don. Patrick, can I ask one more question?
Go on quickly, Ravi. Only because it's you, Ravi.
All right, thank you. All right, Don. My next question is, I think, related to the picture at the back. I'm sure if I were to ask you which of the 6 international goals you have scored, which is your best, it should be the one you scored against England. But I just want to know how you were feeling before that match and how you're feeling after the match whereby you scored the goal.
Yeah, I mean, I was very lucky, Ravi, that my character was always the very biggest of games I got up for. Now, if I was playing with West Ham, we drew Rotherham in the FA Cup. It's a game you were expected to win, so the adrenaline could never really get through your system. But I can remember so much about this game at Wembley when the national anthems were playing. and Scotland's national anthem, the Flower of Scotland, was playing literally a minute or two before kickoff, and the whole of Wembley booed as loud as they possibly could, which was spine tingling, and it got the adrenaline right up my spine, right into me getting up for that game. And I love those big games. I love the Merseyside derbies, again, adrenaline. I love the North East derbies, again, adrenaline. The London derbies, Scotland, England, England, Scotland, the very biggest of games. I was lucky my character got up for those games.
Great
Thank you,
stuff,
Ron.
Ravi. Thanks for the best, buddy.
Yeah,
Stay safe, Ravi, and look forward to hearing from you again next month. Now, we got someone else on the line now, Jason, standing by to ask Don a question. Jason, welcome to the Legends Club show, Wall of Zoom. Far away. Don is all yours.
Hi, good evening, Don.
Hey, Jason.
Hi, Don. I would like to ask you, let's say if you are still a player today and you're at your prime, and both Liverpool and Everton, they are interested in signing you, which of the two clubs will you have chosen and why?
Jason, why have you got to do this to me? I'm not going to be able to win, am I? I think it would probably have to be Liverpool, and I hope Evertonians forgive me for that, because I know Everton are going great places. But just to have, had the trophies that Jurgen Klopp's men have won last season, what did they win? They won two Champions League finals, won one. They won the Premier League. They won the Club World Cup, the Super Cup as well. So when you're a player and you retire, you wished you'd won so many more trophies. I'll never, ever forget my time at Everton. Honestly, I loved that time and I cherish, playing for Everton. Brilliant, gigantic football club. But the truth is, mate, which would probably get me in a little bit of trouble, I'd love to have played under Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp sounds like an inspirational man. You got another question, Jason, or will that do you?
Okay, just one more question.
Go
on. If, let's say, during the Euro 2000 qualifying, the one against England, it was, instead of being two-legged, it was a one-off match, and you actually scored the winning goal to lead Scotland into Euro 2000. How do you think Scotland would have done at Euro 2000? Let's say if the group consists of Romania, Germany, and Portugal, like the same one as England, how do you think Scotland would have done at Euro?
I think we'd have done well, Jason. I think we'd have done well, because I think if my memory is correct, I don't think Craig Brown ever lost two big games on the spin. And our away form was unbelievable. At the time we were going to Bremen and Germany and beating them. We were giving Italy and we were giving France big games. A couple of years after, we drew Holland in a playoff final as well, which we beat at Hampden 1-0. Unfortunately, we got battered away from home. So we were the type of side under Craig Brown where we had very good players, but it was all about our character and the mentality of the squad. And especially away from Hampden, we produced some really big results. So I would be pretty confident with Craig Brown as the manager and that group of players and the spirit we had. I'd be pretty confident we could give all the teams a run for their money and get close to getting through that group.
Right on. Thank you, Don.
Great stuff.
Jason.
Thanks, Jason. Stay safe. Right now, Muad and Nabeel, I think, are our last two. So, Muad, are you there? Or is Muad and Nabeel one person? Sorry, Muad Nabeel, is it? I must apologise, getting my names correct. Is it Muad Nabeel? Is that your name, sir?
Muad Nabeel.
Muad Nabeel, great to have you with us, Muad. And of course, I can see, I don't know if that's a blue Everton shirt, I can see the top of, but regardless, one of the true Everton legends is online, standing by to hear your questions. Don, meet Muad, Muad, meet Don.
Hi, Muad, you okay, mate?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you an Everton fan?
No.
Oh, I was just going to say, because I was telling Jason one or two fibs there if you're an Everton fan when he said, who do you want to play for, Everton or Liverpool?
Nah, support Liverpool.
Oh, okay, good man.
Okay. My question is, what's your greatest advice for juniors?
Oh, listen to your coaches. If you're a junior, work incredibly hard. Just work as hard as you possibly can. If that's in sport or if that's in your school life, work hard because you'll get the end results. There's no easy road. There's no quick fix. Teachers are a little bit like coaches. You've got to listen to them. You might not agree with everything they say, but get your head down, work hard, and then you get the rewards at the end of it. And that's what you have to do if you're trying to make your way in sport or in life in general. Listen to the people that have got experience. I know young kids don't want to hear it, and they all think that they know best. And I've been the same when I was a teenager. And you get advice from someone, and you go, Yeah. Heard it all before. It's like when you're trying to give your son advice and, all right, Dad, leave it alone. But sometimes, especially when you get older, you'll realise that the wiser men, the guys with the most experience and women who are giving you advice, is because they really want you to do well and succeed. So just take as much information on as you possibly can.
Many thanks, Murad. Good to have you with us, buddy, this month. And last but by no means least, Zaki. Is it Zaki I think we've got? Last question. Zaki, are you there, buddy?
Yes, I'm here.
Great stuff, Zaki.
Hi, Zaki.
I tell you what, that's an immaculate front room you've got there, Zaki. Absolutely spotless. Very clean house.
Beautiful.
Far away.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Don's got house envy and he's standing by to take your question.
All right, so hello, Don. Good evening from Malaysia. So I have a few questions for you. I'm a very young footballer. I just started playing football about 2 years ago. So what are the biggest challenges you faced in becoming a world-class footballer?
Well, the challenges are always the opposition that you play against, because not every game can you play well. And when you are having a bad game, which happens to everyone, and a lot of people go through a bad period of form. I think you can see that with a few Liverpool players at the moment. They're not playing at their maximum. When you are having a bad game, the beauty about footballer is it's being a footballer. It's not 1v1. So it's not like if you're a tennis player and you're having a bad game, you will lose. Same when you're having a bad game if you're a golfer. You will lose. If you're a footballer, you've got 10 other mates around you that can get you out of trouble. So we've all had bad games. I've had a million of them. What you've got to then do is roll up your sleeves, work hard, show a fighting spirit, and never, ever give up.
All right. So especially time like now where we have quarantine, we have the COVID situation and all that, what is a good tip for young footballers out there who are chasing their dreams as a football player, but because the time right now they can't get into maybe practice or they can't meet their coaches due to the social distancing? So what are the good tips that you can give?
Yeah, I would say if you've got the facilities in your garden, there's enough little drills you can do. If you go on YouTube and you type in soccer drills, and you've got little cones where you can take a ball in and out the cones and a goal at the end of it where you can do some shooting. If you haven't got those sort of facilities, just keep fit. Go for long runs. If you've got something around you where you can do some sprints, whether it's in the front lawn, the back lawn, or even in the front street. If you've got a couple of lampposts that are 40, 50 metres apart, you can do some sprints. You can sprint a lamppost and walk back, sprint another one and walk back, and do between, 12 to 20 of those. But just keep the fitness up. The most important thing when we get out of this quarantine and we get out of lockdown and you are ready to then play another football match, make sure you are fit enough and you hit the ground running, because it is difficult times for us all, and we're all frustrated, and we all can't wait to get back to a normal world, and we all can't wait to go in restaurants and socialise and meet friends, and football fans go inside stadiums and then play your football again, mix. Just stay as fit as you possibly can. But there's enough out there, I think, on social media or on YouTube to try and have a look at what drills can you be doing that might get you a little bit fitter.
Nice words, Don.
Thank you, Don.
Zaki, whereabouts in Malaysia are you, buddy?
I'm in KL,
KL,
Kuala
okay.
Lumpur.
Because you obviously, as we record this at the end of January, I know you've got a state of emergency there at the moment, so stay safe and stay well. Can't wait till we can cross the causeway and see each other again. Many thanks to Zaki, many thanks to all our fantastic wall of Zoomers on the Legends Club. Don't forget, $15 a year, and one of the many benefits you will get is exclusive access to the Legends Club Wall of Zoom member show, where you can ask your favourite legend a question. Just looking down, I've got breaking news from Mr. Ian Houlihan, the brains behind World Football Legends. Lee Hendry's being mooted as a guest for March. Not confirmed yet, but Lee Hendry is the latest name in the frame. So thanks to Zaki and everyone. Don, as always, buddy, thanks to you. We're going to see you with the Junior Legends next week, which should be very interesting. We've got young Charles, Vivan, and who was the other one? Ryan, that's it. Charles, Ryan and Vivan. You've got a better memory than me, Don. They'll be grilling you next week. I'm sure you'll be looking forward to that. And don't forget to keep checking back with One Play Sports. Like, share, follow, comment on Facebook, subscribe to the new YouTube channel, and we'll keep doing our best to entertain you during these tough COVID times. Stay safe, everyone. More from Don Hutchinson on the Legends Club next week.